Hi everybody, I am back again. I'm sat here with Martina Hodgson. So hi Martina, many congratulations in being voted into the top 50 or being given that accolade this year. It hasn't been a voting situation, has it? So yeah, how are you feeling about it?
Congratulations to you too.
Thank you very much. I know it was a bit mind-blowing. How did you feel about it?
How do I feel about it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think there's words, is there? It's just, it's crazy, really. Yeah. I wasn't really expecting it. And like you're saying, there was no public vote or anything like that. So incredibly honoured, to be honest. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, just a bit. How did that happen? I'm just doing what I do and I'm doing what I love. And then suddenly, and I think the biggest thing, Martina, I don't know about you, but I didn't get told. I was literally on my phone one day thinking, is that me on that picture? And it was.
I was literally, I got like a notification on my Instagram and I was with my nurse in surgery and I was like, oh, wow, this is so cool. I've been on the short list for the top 50. I didn't even get it, right? I was like, oh, that's really cool. Anyway, I'm busy, so we'll look at that later.
Yeah.
Through the day, and then I looked again on the press. I was like, hang on a minute, that's not the short list. That is the top 50.
That is the list.
I was like, what?
Oh, brilliant. So Martina, just tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Right, so I'm an Invisalign dentist, so that's pretty much all I do is Invisalign, because I'm really passionate about orthodontics. Although I'm not a specialist orthodontist, I am a practice owner in Wakefield. I've been at that practice for 15 years. I know I don't look old enough.
No, you don't. No one did.
And I've been, so I had a partner for 10 years, a business partner, and then I've been sole owner for the last 5 years, which has been a really exciting journey for me. And I'm sort of now looking to the future and growing my business. And I'm planning on opening another practice, hopefully this year or next.
Wow.
I just really got into speaking and teaching in the lockdown, which is quite bizarre. And so I'm really loving that side. I'm a speaker for Aligner Consulting, so I teach other dentists Invisalign as well. I'm a key opinion leader as well for dental monitoring. I also run something called Inspiring Women in Dentistry with my good friend and colleague Andrea Ubi.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, she's amazing, nuts. And I have 2 kids, 2 boys, married, and I don't have any time for anything. So there you go.
It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it. Let's hope you haven't got a dog in the mix as well. I'll have to take that off.
I refuse to get a dog. I refuse.
Brilliant. So Martina, today's all about really getting to know you in a little bit more detail. People see you, they see you, they know what you do, but they don't know necessarily who you are and what your values are, what your driving forces are. And I think at this moment in time, we're getting to the end of the marathon and everybody's running out of steam. I think if there's anything that we can give to our audience to help inspire them and keep them going, keep them energized, keep the heads in the race till we finally get to the finish line, that would be amazing. So yeah,
is there a finish line?
Well, who knows? I think it keeps getting extended, doesn't it? And I think that's it's just like we're going to keep going until let's hope we don't drop. And that's my whole
I know
purpose for doing these, to try and keep everybody buoyant, keep everybody motivated, and give them a few ideas for keeping going as well. So I mean, obviously, Martina, being a business owner is no mean feat, don't we know? On a normal day, against adversity. So what challenges have you had to face over the last 18 months, 2 years to keep going, and find yourself where you are now?
Yeah, just even you asking me that question makes me feel a little bit emotional, to be honest, because it's just been a crazy year. And this time last year we had just gone into lockdown and we had closed our practices, and we were kind of reeling a bit, really, of the shock of it all. And I remember the day I decided to close my practice, I think it was a day or two before the CDO said we had to close our practices. And I remember standing, and this was before furlough was announced as well. I got all my team together. I said, look, we're closing the practice. In fact, I rang them all the night before, every single one individually. And I said, we need to close, and I feel it's the right thing to do. And they actually all agreed with me. And then some of them came in the next day to like start cancelling all the patients and everything. And I stood in front of them all and I just said, guys, I promise you, I will do everything I can to keep your jobs. I will beg, I will borrow, I'll try not to steal, but you know, you guys, they mean the world to me, and that was my most important concern. I don't want to get a bit tearful, but that was my most important concern, was to make sure that they were looked after. And other people were like, you shouldn't have said that, you shouldn't have promised them. I know colleagues of mine, business owners, who were sacking their staff, like left, right, and centre, just getting rid of people. And then I remember on the Friday, Rishi came on and announced the furlough scheme, and I was just like, I never loved anyone so much as I did this man in that moment, because I was, oh my God, that was just such a game changer.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. And then it really was that kind of 3 months of thinking, right, what can I do? How can I keep my business going? How can I get it ready to set up so that we can hit the ground running when we're allowed to? And I worked my butt off for those 3 months, which made it extra annoying when patients came back and asked me if I'd had a nice holiday.
How dare they?
Thank you. I worked my butt off sourcing PPE. I think I was obsessed with PPE for a solid week. I formed a group, or like a WhatsApp group of female practice owners, which was, to this day, just amazing. And we were there for each other the whole way through the first lockdown. We're still there for each other now, and just giving each other help and tips and advice. And what was amazing about that group of women was when I think it was only a third of practices were ready to open their doors on the 8th of June, every single one of us was ready to go. Perfect. On the 8th of June. In fact, I'd already decided before we were told we were allowed to, that's when I was opening. Right. I'm just opening now, because I knew everything was safe and I knew I had everything in place. And I kind of just kept in touch with my team the whole time. I would like spend hours ringing them individually. We'd have Zoom calls. And then me and my TCO, who was the only person I didn't furlough, we started doing virtual consultations, which was a game changer, because what was happening, we were starting to book patients in to start Invisalign. We started booking them in, I think, for July or late June. And when we got back to work, we had about 20 patients with deposits paid, ready to go and start Invisalign. And when you're a practice owner and you've got 20, 25 mouths to feed, that was a huge weight off my shoulders. So
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, busy time.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, everybody's faced massive challenges, haven't they? But you know, that's just an absolutely prime example of planning ahead and getting all your little ducks in a row to overcome any further, you know, adversity. So yeah, good for you. That's brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So looking ahead, Martina, I mean, you're obviously a great planner. You know, you always are looking ahead and looking at the next thing with another practice, which is amazing. So is there any advice that you would give to our audience today to help them keep going, to keep their eyes on the prize and keep them motivated to achieve in the future?
Yeah, I think you've really got to find that part of your job that you are passionate about, that you enjoy, and because I think that's what motivates me. I mean, there's so many things that motivate me, but really it is just going into work every day and literally loving what I do, and that is one thing that definitely drives me. I think you need the ability to adapt quickly, to be ahead of the curve. You know, being at the back end of that curve is not a great place to be, and that's when you're going to suffer in times like this instead of thriving. And really, I think if getting your team on board and you know, really, they want to be there for you. They want everything to be a success. And I think just getting on board with your team and involving them and relying on them and letting them step up, making them step up, because sometimes they're scared to and they don't realize what they can do. And they found that for themselves over the past year, that, my God, they've worked their butts off. And that's a drive for me, because I'm like, God, the more challenges that just get thrown at us, the more they step up. And I'm like, you know, you have this responsibility to these people to keep leading them and to look after them and keep them passionate about what they do.
Absolutely, we do, you know, and that's great leadership. It's amazing leadership. So fantastic to hear. You know, I think everybody has a leadership role in the business. You know, it doesn't matter who they are and what position they're in. You know, even if, you know, you think, well, actually, I'm not even a registered, you know, GDC registrant. If you're front of house team member, you're leading the patients to making the best informed decisions for themselves. You know, we've all got that part to play. So, you know, it sounds like you're doing amazing.
Everybody's important. Front of house is the most important.
They are the bridge between the outside world and what you do.
Absolutely. So, they are your gatekeepers.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think from what you've said, Martina, you know, I've got the same belief, is that your team are your key asset in your business. You don't look after them, the machine comes to a grinding halt.
It's a false economy.
It is.
To pay your staff too little, to not respect them, to not give them feedback and not push them forwards and not look after them.
Absolutely. So, Martina, as an individual, as a human being, what are the things that you, or one thing do you value in life the most? And it doesn't have to be one, it can be, it's hard to narrow it down, isn't it? So if you want to pick and choose a few, what would they be?
I think something that I am becoming more and more passionate about is empowering other people to be the best that they can be. It's very rewarding, and whether it's my kids, or whether it's my team, or whether it's my colleagues, to be able to share knowledge and to share my passion and to share some positivity and sort of guidance for other people, whoever it is. I do feel like I'm coming to that stage in my life where I'm no longer the young dentist. I'm becoming the mentor, not the mentee, although I still have amazing mentors. So that's one thing that really drives me. I'm always like on to the next project. I'm always on to the next thing. I always want to be ahead of the curve and do cool stuff, like open a practice from scratch. I don't know why I would do that, but anyway,
I don't myself as well.
And I think I need to then, and I need to get more time in my life. I need to get more time in my life for me. It's hard when you love what you do so much. Like, I literally just I read books about orthodontics on a Sunday evening, and my husband's like, do you want to watch TV? And I'm like, no, I'm really enjoying this thing about ClinChecks. I'm really sad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my friends and my family, like everybody else, and going on holiday and just seeing some beautiful places. And yeah, brilliant.
And if there's one message that you would like to give to the audience, just to help them, handhold them a little bit moving ahead, what would it be?
I think one of the things I've learned over the last year is to just be true to yourself. you can listen to other people, and I would always take advice every day of the week, but sometimes you have to filter that advice. And even if it's from someone that you really respect and you think, you know, they're amazing, sometimes they don't always give you the advice that's right for you. And I think when I ignored that advice to sack some of my team, that's one of the things I'm most proud of. So I think to just be true to yourself, and it doesn't really matter what other people think about you and the way that you live your life and the way that you want to run your business or work as an associate. You've really got to just stay true to what makes you happy, do the stuff that makes you happy in your work life, because then every day is a joy. Yes, it's stressful, of course it's stressful, but if you fundamentally love what you do, then you can never go wrong, because you'll always be successful in that.
Absolutely. And
I don't know.
work, is it? If you love what you do so much, yeah, it's never hard work.
It's never hard work.
No. Martina, it's been absolutely lovely talking to you. I had no idea that you were just up the M62.
I know.
So that was, yes, good old Yorkshire lasses. So yeah, no, it's been lovely to meet you, and you know, many congratulations again, and the very, very best of luck with your new practice. Well, when are you hoping to open your doors?
So I've just finalised the plans today, which is cool. So I think it's going to be like the end of the year, hopefully.
Okay, yeah. So where's that practice going to be?
That's going to be in Leeds, city
centre. Oh, Leeds. Okay. Even
yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, all the very, very best, and I'll keep watching you and following your journey. It's
likewise,
and it's lovely to finally meet you.
Yes, and you. Thank you so much for inviting me.